Well. Good early morning, and for others, good late evening. It's your girl, Rain and Woman, and I'm actually doing this live while I am up packing to go on a trip. So I thought this would actually be a good time for me to go ahead and go live and talk about relationships and friendships with the opposite sex. So I'm going to be in and out while I'm packing, and yeah, if someone comes along and wants to join the panel, join the conversation, I definitely welcome it because I would love to have more than one person to share their views, on this subject matter. But one thing I want to say is about this is when it comes to relationships, romantic relationships, sexual relationships, I really think that a lot of emphasis these days are really placed so much more on the physical than anything. And it really devalues who we are as individuals, and it devalues who we are to other people. And I really think that as from some conversations that and views that I hear from some older people in my age bracket and older, I really question the maturity, the spiritual and mental maturity of a lot of people, and it really makes me wonder also what kind of examples are we setting for our younger generations, which will be our future. And do we really know how we are aiding in the dysfunction and the destruction of humanity by our views that are very selfish, very self centered, very self absorbed? That's one question that I want to pose about this. Enjoy the music while I go do something. Peace. Be right back. Oh, before I get too much into this, I want to give a welcome to all of my new supporters, co supporters, and I want to extend a grateful thank you and welcoming to my returning supporters. Thank you. Hey, Cool Gent. Hey, Tyrone. Why are y'all up? What are y'all doing up? And do either of you want to come and get on this panel to talk? What you said? Well, you missed my intro, Tyrone. You missed the intro. But do either of you want to come get on the panel and join me in this discussion? I went to go and make an announcement on the other channel that I was going live. And while I was doing that, I noticed that one of the other content creators was live as well, getting ready to talk about the same thing, but it's a guy. Tyrone, you want to come up and join the conversation? I'm also packing, doing some last minute packing for my trip this weekend. That's the only reason, honestly, why I'm actually really up. So, but yeah. But and why are you up, Tyrone? Oh, and Cool Jet doesn't have a ranch. It does now. Oh, you just got home from work? Oh, you so sweet. You just want to hear my voice? Okay, cool. So you were in this in the chat room earlier, well, yesterday, over on Reg's channel, talking about men and women being friends, right? And the relationships and marriage, and should you have opposites friends with the opposite sex if you're married and things like that. So I just really wanted to give some more text to that kind of conversation. um, One thing that I said earlier, Tyrone, is that I really believe that we are devaluing ourselves as individuals and adding to the dysfunction among humanity and our younger generations, because we're just thinking about sex and devaluing ourselves by just thinking about sex. Yes, exactly. Everything about sex. Everything is about sex and money. Sex and money, sex and money, sex and money. And taking away the value, in my opinion, of both of them. But when it comes to the sex, men to me that are so worried about being in the friend zone because they're missing out on sex. To me, this is It's a part of mental and spiritual immaturity. When I hear people in my age bracket and above that can't think above the waist, to me, it says a lot about how we are leading our younger generations, the kind of examples that's being set, and how we are aiding in dysfunctional relationships, and how we're aiding in the inability for people of the opposite sex to communicate one with another. But also, if we add into it the alphabet community, even aiding in some dysfunction there as well, because even with their intimacies and understanding, we're still leading it all back to sex. Most women you friend zone becomes a business partner. Look at that. Some kind of asset. And then even if they don't become a business partner, right? They probably have some other way of adding to your life and vice versa. All relationships are about give and take, all of them. Business relationships, romantic relationships, family relationships, every relationship is about give and take. And in this whole give and take, for it to be 50-50, though that might be desired, even that is unrealistic. Because in real relationships and even in real friendships, the giving and the taking part varies at different times based upon different needs, and based upon one's ability to be present and one's ability to give, or how the giving is done. But the point of it is that the relationship enhances you and makes you better in some shape, form, or fashion, and vice versa. And or the world itself is a better place because of the relationships that we have. Bingo, Tyrone. People want 100% power over others. And the main reason that people want 100% power over others is because of fear. They either fear that they're going to be taken advantage of, they fear they're going to lose something by surrendering anything, they fear they're going to be made a fool out of. Um, they fear they're going to be taken advantage of. Fear. And anytime you lead from any position of fear, you have given away your power anyway. Um, and it's also a sense of entitlement, and there is this false expectation. No one owes us anything. A woman is not entitled to a man's resources, a man's pocket, his wallet, no more than a man is entitled to a woman's body. Period. No matter the nature of the relationship, if there is not a spiritual slash contractual agreement of marriage, whether it be a legal documentation or a spiritual understanding and agreement, no one is entitled to anything. And respect is earned. I think we should take every relationship we have at one at a time instead of grouping up in one category. Tyrone, again, bingo, bingo. Boy, I tell you, I just like, I listen to some of these people and I I no longer wonder why they're either single or divorced or why they have not had and cannot maintain any healthy relationships because they themselves don't have a healthy mentality or spirituality about it. And this is both men and women. And granted, you don't just meet someone, anyone, and you just open all up all at once and take total for granted that they're perfect or your connection is perfect right off the bat. But there's a healthy degree of release and opening and a healthy degree of guarding and protecting. But neither one of them should be done out of fear. They should all be done out of a position of power. What you say, Tyrone? The people you listen to, sometimes they just need to get laid. Or maybe either that, or maybe they are getting laid too much. They may be laying down too much with the wrong people, taking on other people's spirits and personalities. And then it gets festered or it begins to fester when they join echo chambers for support. Okay, I'm going to go grab a couple of pair of jeans to put in this bag. Laid or don't have a job. Get laid or don't have a job or not on their papers or something. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit while I go grab some jeans to put in this suitcase. And I'll be right back. And I also understand that you just got in from work, Tyrone. So if you fall asleep or, or go away, go to bed, it is quite okay. I want to thank you right now in advance for your continued support. And I want to thank you for chiming in while you could, okay? Thank you. I'm dancing to get into some of these jeans, and I don't like that. I'm gonna have to go. I might as well just go ahead and go shopping a little bit. Let me see. What else I want to talk about as far as these relationships, though? Shop and agree? Yeah. When I come back, I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. Something else though, like about these relationships, or shall we say, the friend zone. A lot of these guys talk as if the friend zone is not optional, as if they have to go into the friend zone when you don't. No woman or no man has to go into the friend zone. You can simply just choose not to be involved with that person at all. If they're not digging you to have a relationship or to be intimate with you, and you don't want to be their friend, you actually can just leave it alone. What's lost by you leaving it alone? Good late night and good early morning. Black fist, black first. I like to say them both. Um, but what is the loss? The only possible loss that really and truly is you don't know what value this person could have had, could have brought, to your life, or vice versa, if you didn't just discard them. But if you're too attracted to them, or if your desire for more definitely outweighs being friends, then you just let it go. Next, there are billions of people in the world. Why are people tripping over the few people in the world that may not want you, or that you may not want? It's like people are looking for reasons to complain. Like it's like people just want to be mad, or they just want to be frustrated about something. And when it comes from a man, if I was to say that some of the way that they're talking about these things is kind of feminine, the way they continue to harp on it, then I'm out of line, right? But it is. What you say, Tyrone? Because people be lying or don't understand themselves. Yeah, that's true too. Maybe they don't understand themselves. Hmm. And by the way, how's everyone doing right now anyway? How are you doing? It's so good to see you, Black First. How are you doing? And how are you doing, Tyrone? Besides a little tired from working. Welcome back, Cool Gent. How are you, Cool Gent? Great because you're home. I can dig it. Yes, I can dig it. So let's see. So put two pairs of jeans in the bag. Wish I could be naked. Doing well. You just got off work. Oh, okay. How was your day at work or your night at work? I'm waiting until the absolute last, pretty much last moment to start packing. It's been great. That's good. So, Coochie, I'm actually packing while I am having this live stream. So, I am in and out. But I'm usually, anytime I'm online, I'm live for more than 30 minutes. More than likely I am multitasking anyway because I stay multitasking. Yes, I'm actually going to Philly for a few days for a seminar and for training, and I leave in a few hours. No, I know, right? You're right. So I was talking a little bit more about the conversation from Reg's channel about the friendships and things like that. So another thing is right that to develop any kind of friendship and romantic relationship, they really take time to develop. And with such importance of a role that they play in our lives, I don't understand why we rush into them all. Friendships and relationships. I don't understand why we rush into everything. Right? You got to know how to talk. So true. This socialization and social skills, social interactive skills is one of the things that's truly, truly missing. And as human beings, we really need to know how to engage each other. We really need to know how to interact with each other, how to actually socialize. We have more conversations and dialogues about not socializing than what we do about socializing. And especially when it comes to social media, because it's like, hello, the keywords, they're both keywords, but social means, it actually means being social. In order to be social, you have to be sociable. You have to know, you have to have the ability to be social, the ability to socialize. Bingo. To start a relationship, I don't have expectation. I just observe and socialize. Be Tyrone, you might You might could teach quite a few people a few things. Because what you're saying is right on target. It's like, it's not common sense, because if it was common sense, we wouldn't have so many dysfunctional conversations about it. So it's not common sense. But some of it too is a lacking of wisdom and a lacking of understanding. But wisdom and understanding comes by seeking it. It doesn't just fall upon you. Even maturity, it doesn't just fall upon you. Something you learned when you was a kid. Okay, so let me see here. I'm going to go try on another pair of jeans and I'll be right back. Whew. Okay, these are comfortable. Would you say dance away? Yeah, these are actually comfortable. Thank goodness. I think I just found these are so comfortable. I think I'll wear these to the airport. I really prefer to wear dresses, to be taking dresses and nice long tops and shorts, but it's going to be cold inside the building, and I hate being cold inside the building. It might rain tomorrow. Yeah. Um, okay, so another thing, let's talk about a woman treating on a date or in a relationship. I think it's perfectly fair and reasonable for women to pay sometimes. Whether you're in a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, or your friends, I think it's totally okay for a woman to pay sometimes. Because again, relationships are give and take. It's not about anyone being entitled. It's about giving, taking, appreciation, compromise, sharing. One of the reasons why I am single is because I think so differently. You thought that was normal? Apparently, it's not normal, Tyrone. I do think that there are some females who don't want to pay sometimes for things, but that goes back to people being selfish. And if you see that someone is selfish and you don't want to be involved with someone that is selfish, then you just choose not to do so. You can just walk away and leave it alone. You notice that most people that date people stay on the phone. Oh, wait, on most days, people stay on the phone. People don't have, we're losing our attention span to where we can actually just be engaged with the people that are in front of us or around us. We care more about what's going on with the phone than we do with people that are in front of our faces, which is bananas. Again, that's bananas. It's one thing if you're if you're expecting calls or something or messages because of business or family emergencies or something like that. But apart from that, it's really just rude. If you go on a date with a woman that will be on their phone, I will leave without notice. I call it the disappear. You called it the disappearing act? I want to hear more about that, Tyrone. Not in the chat. I actually want to hear that on a panel or something. But yeah, but clearly they're being disrespectful. Well, Tyrone and Kujant and Black First. I really appreciate you guys coming through. I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end this stream and do another part. Talk about this some more when I come back from my trip at some time because I need to either sleep for an hour or I need to focus on packing appropriately. So, thank you all. And if you catch this on the replay, I want to thank you also for listening to the stream. Please share your comments, your opinions, your views are respected. So please share them in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you don't like what I've had to say, it's okay for you to hit the thumbs down button too. That's quite okay. We appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. Everyone have a good night. That's right. We cannot have me leaving things at home. Important things. All right. Good night, everyone. Oh, the music that is being played in the background, if you hear it, that is Steve Bass.